In the spirit of the World Cup, this is the Stealthy Automation Quarterfinals, the ultimate showdown between Python frameworks that make Chromium browsers stealthy. And I was actually just at a World Cup game not too long ago, so I'm going to bring some of that energy back here. Get ready for some serious hacking. For this competition, we're going to see how stealthy Python frameworks can be and figure out who makes it to the semifinals. For our competitors, we've got Undetected-Chromedriver, a custom Selenium Chromedriver with zero config. Then we have NoDriver, the successor of Undetected-Chromedriver. Then over here we have ZenDriver, which is a modified fork of NoDriver. Then we have PyDoll, a library for automating Chromium-based browsers without a WebDriver. Then we have Patchright-Python, the undetected Python version of the Playwright testing and automation library. Over here we have Scrapling, an adaptive web scraping framework. Over here we have CloakBrowser, a stealthy version of Chromium. And finally, we've got SeleniumBase, APIs for web automation, testing, and bypassing bot detection. And for this competition, we're going to use Playwright-Python as the baseline because it has no stealth at all, and therefore we want to make sure that it fails all the 5 tests that we'll be giving, which is the browser scan bot detection test, the bot.sanisoft.com test, the GitLab sign-in page, which has a Cloudflare interstitial CAPTCHA on it, and then we have the Planet Minecraft sign-in page, which has a CF turnstile widget on it, and finally we've got the pixelscan.net fingerprint check. And if any of these frameworks fail, they're going to get a red card and be eliminated from the competition. And if you have other issues that isn't a stealth failure, you're going to get a yellow card. So let's get started with Playwright, which should fail all these tests. Python playwright.py. And let's see it fail all these. You can see here it's failing the browser scan bot detection test. And then it's also failing the bot.sanisoft.com test. And then it's failing the GitLab test. And then over here it's failing the Planet Minecraft test. And then finally, we can see that regular Playwright is failing the fingerprint check. Automated behavior detected. And we would expect that the stealth frameworks involved in this competition to make it through all those, if they are to make it to the semifinals. Let's get started with the Undetected-Chromedriver script that you can see here. Let's do Python Undetected-Chromedriver1.py. And here we go. You can see that it passed that check. And then it passed the bot.sanisoft.com checks. And then it's automatically gotten through the Cloudflare interstitial page. And then it automatically bypassed the Cloudflare turnstile widget on planetminecraft.com. And finally, it has bypassed all the checks on the Pixel Scan website. So it has made it to the next round. Up next, we've got NoDriver, and here's what that script looks like. And you can see it's using an asynchronous API. So let's run that. Python NoDriver1.py. Oh, looks like it's not ready for Python 3.14, as this is a common issue if you have special characters that aren't properly set. And you can see here, syntax error, non-UTF-8 code starting with \xb1 on line 1345, no encoding declared. However, we're going to make a one-line change to fix that, coding CP1252, and let's see if we can go through. And it is now, but it is getting a yellow card to start out with. All right, pass that check, test results normal on browser scan. Then going to bot.sanisoft.com, and then it bypassed that check on GitLab, and then it passed the check on Cloudflare for planetminecraft.com, and finally the fingerprint scan. No masking detected, no automation behavior detected. It passed that, so it too goes on to the next round. NoDriver, but it has a yellow card for that issue it had in the beginning. Up next, we have ZenDriver, which is a modified fork of NoDriver. So let's see how it does. And oh, by the way, this is what that script looks like, also using an asynchronous API. Let's run that. Python ZenDriver1.py. And here we go. Pass that browser scan check. And now it's past the bot.sanysoft.com check. Pass the GitLab check. Now it's past the Planet Minecraft check. And finally, the fingerprint scan. It passed all those. So it too goes on to the next round. Up next, we have PyDoll. And that script looks like this. And it's also using an asynchronous API. So let's run that and see how it does. Python PyDoll1.py. And here we go. Test results normal for the browser scan check. Test results are also normal for bot.sanysoft.com. Then it's going to gitlab.com and it passed that Cloudflare interstitial page. Now it's going to planetminecraft.com sign in and it also passed that. And finally, the fingerprint scan check. And that was also passed successfully. All right. Well, PyDoll makes it over to the next round. Up next, Patchright. And here's what that script looks like. So let's run that. Python Patchright1.py. Here we go. It also passed the browser scan check. Pretty much everyone is passing at this check. Let's see, sanysoft.com passed, just like the others. Gitlab.com, it passed that right away. Let's see, up next, the planetminecraft.com, it passed that. And finally, the fingerprint scan bypassed that successfully. So far we see that there are a lot of stealthy frameworks out there in Python that can pass all the basic checks. All right, up next we've got Scrapling, and here's what that script looks like. Let's do Python Scrapling1.py, and here we go. The browser scan check, although you can see it's giving you a very wide screen, might not be necessary. Here we go, the bot.sanysoft.com, passed all that. And then we have the GitLab sign-in page, and it passed that. Then it's passing the Cloudflare check there on planetminecraft.com. And let's see, the fingerprint check. No masking detected. Your browser fingerprint is consistent. But looks like there's a lot of info added in that it printed out to the console that I didn't ask for, but all right, well, let's keep going. I'm not going to card it for that. Up next, we have CloakBrowser, and here's what that script looks like. So let's run that. Python CloakBrowser1.py, starting that check. Test results normal for a browser scan. And then we have test results normal for the bot.sanysoft.com check. That passed there. Planet Minecraft passed. And the fingerprint scan for CloakBrowser. Oh, masking detected, inconsistent. That's a red card. Whoa, that means that CloakBrowser has been eliminated from this competition, but we still have one more for the first round, and that is SeleniumBase. So let's see how it does. Python SeleniumBase 1.py. And here we go. Test results normal for a browser scan. And then we have test results normal for bot.sanysoft.com. Test results normal for GitLab. Test results normal for planetminecraft.com. And test results are normal for the fingerprint scan, meaning that 7 out of the 8 quarterfinalists made it on to the next round, or I guess we'll call halftime, because CloakBrowser has been eliminated. But you still have 7 more to go, which means we're going to have to up the competition in the second half to see if we can reach some eliminations. Stay tuned. Welcome to the second half of these quarterfinals, where 7 frameworks remain in the competition to be the stealthiest Python framework for stealthy automation. All right, let's get on to the next set of challenges, which will include going to the Stop and Shop website and bypassing the bot detection that appears when you first enter the website. This is the order that we'll be performing the challenges in, and it is a sudden death round, which means that once you're eliminated, you'll be eliminated from the whole competition, and that means that once there are only 4 automation frameworks remaining, those 4 will go on to the semifinals. Let's get started with the challenges using PyDoll. So let's do Python PyDoll 1b.py, and it's going to go to the Stop and Shop website, and we got the green check mark showing that PyDoll was able to bypass the bot detection successfully, and it continues on. Up next, we have SeleniumBase, and it too will go to the Stop and Shop website to see if it can bypass that bot detection. Python SeleniumBase 1b.py. Here we go. Verifying the device. Green check mark appears. So SeleniumBase has also made it past that sudden death round. Up next, we have ZenDriver. Let's see if ZenDriver can also bypass that bot detection. Python ZenDriver 1b.py. Here we go. Verifying the device. Oh, it failed. That's a red card for ZenDriver, and that means ZenDriver has been eliminated from this competition. And because ZenDriver is a modified fork of NoDriver, it might mean that NoDriver will also fail that challenge. So let's see if that happens just as expected. Python NoDriver 1b.py. Here we go. Verifying the device. And oh, red card for NoDriver as well. It has been removed from the competition for failing that challenge. And now we're down to 5 frameworks remaining. Let's see how Patchright does in that. Here we go. This is the Patchright script. Let's send it over to Stop and Shop. Python Patchright 1b.py. Here we go. Verifying the device. And green check mark, which means that Patchright continues on with the competition. All right, it's getting pretty intense, pretty heated. Scrapling is up next. Here we go. Here's the script for that. Python Scrapling 1b.py. Here we go. Stop and Shop. Oh, it hit a data dome slider captcha. Oh, that's a red card for Scrapling. And it too has been eliminated from the competition. And that means there are only 4 frameworks remaining, which means those are the 4 frameworks that are moving on to the semifinals. And here they are. They are PyDoll, SeleniumBase, Patchright, and Undetected-Chromedriver. All four of these have made it on to the semifinals from these very intense quarterfinals, and that will be another video where we get to see how those remaining frameworks do in the competition for the stealthiest Python automation framework. And all these frameworks can be found on GitHub. Undetected-Chromedriver moving on to the next round, as well as Patchright-Python also moving on to the next round, and PyDoll moving on to the next round, and finally SeleniumBase moving on to the next round. So this is a pretty intense competition, and we're going to have a lot of fun in the semifinals coming up. I'll see you there next time. Happy automating.